11th floor.
10 years ago, I began this film to find out what led to my sister's mysterious death. But I had no idea it would lead me to an investigation of the pharmaceutical industry and its matrix of control over our society.
Dokumentaren Cause of Death Unknown tager ukærligt hånd om medicinalindustriens magtmisbrug. Det kommer næppe som nogen overraskelse, at en branche med så mange penge i omløb er præget af korruption og manipulation. Både af selskaber, læger og patienter.
People who tell you that crime doesn't pay, they've never stopped to ask the question of which crime are you talking about. Robbing a convenience store doesn't pay, but selling a crappy drug that kills people, that pays.
Men det, der gør Cause of Death Unknown så fængende, er dens elegante balancering mellem det køligt journalistiske og det dybt personlige. Filmens instruktør, Anniken Hoel, mistede sin storesøster i 2005, da hun døde af et medicin-induceret hjertestop. Den tragedie har ført Hoel til at gå i clinch med en industri, der glædeligt skjuler og manipulerer fakta for at score kassen, uden at tage hensyn til de markante menneskelige omkostninger.
Thousands and thousands of people are dying, and nothing is being done to stop it. And there were people who knew from the very beginning that this would happen. Do you think that I'm right?
I think so.
Filmen er spækket med interessante interviews, der indeholder en masse skræmmende og deprimerende fakta, men Hoels personlige forhold til historien giver filmen en ekstra dimension og gør, at filmen ikke blot stimulerer hjernen, men i den grad også hjertet. Vi mødte Anniken Hoel forleden, da hun gæstede København i forbindelse med filmens verdenspremiere på Copenhagen DOX.
Do you remember when you realized that this went beyond the scope of the story of your sister and into something much bigger and more ominous?
Well, I guess it was really when I came over these leaked documents from one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world, and I saw that's described within the documents, so that I started to understand that this was not something new. This was something that people dying from antipsychotics was something that was known. And then I saw people on the boards of these large companies talking about how much money can we make on the people who are schizophrenics or bipolar, and then I really realized, okay, there is a much bigger story behind all of this.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I never imagined I would make a film about the pharmaceutical industry. It was really just about my sister and trying to find out why she died suddenly. And then when it started to become about the industry, it was so complicated. The research was so complex, and I had to spend, me and my team, so much time to really understand the different topics, going through so many documents, scientific, papers, and there were so many closed doors because people did not want to talk about this topic.
The person you are trying to reach is not accepting calls at this time.
Sorry that I missed your call. Please leave a message.
It would be Maurice Sullivan. He's not in. Can I take a message? He's the main contact.
I'm trying to get somebody from Eli Lilly.
Yes, I could have him give you a call back.
And I'll get back to you as quickly as possible.
It is such a personal story. And did you ever feel yourself like I am having difficulty being objective, or I can feel my personal feelings sort of clashing with my duty or my work as a filmmaker?
No, I mean, I think I tried to separate that, and I think also my feelings more when I was doing the investigation was about all the other people I met that this was relevant for. Everybody who are on these medications and looking for help in a very difficult situation. So I felt that I moved from being the sister to seeing that this is something that is a problem for our whole society. And I felt maybe in some ways that because I had done all this research and understood these topics very well, it became my responsibility to expose the things that I had kind of learned.
Do you feel like it also has gotten you a little bit closer to an understanding of your sister throughout all these years of investigating this subject?
Yeah, definitely. I think I started to get to know her more as a person, or look at her more as a person, and not just the troubles relating to having mental illness or things like that. But I was really relating to her more as a sister, a mother, these universal aspects that make a person a person. Mm-hmm. I have many political hopes that it can achieve some change, and that is particularly related to how we regulate medicine. how the use of medicine is regulated. I'm not like consequently against use of medicine, but that we spend more money on other solutions than medicine, and when we use medicine, that we don't use so much, and that we really monitor the person who is on it. Because as long as nothing is being changed regarding how we use these medicines, people will continue to die. So right now nothing is happening. So I really want something like a regulatory change or something to happen to protect people who have to take these medications.
Before the interview, we talked about this fact that Norway has now been crowned the happiest nation on earth, and Denmark is number 2. Those are so strange statistics, I feel, because like the movie is also delving a bit into we're consuming more and more products to keep us happy, to keep us lykkelig, you know.
Yeah.
It's an illusion. Why do we have this constant craving for happiness?
Yeah, I think that's a good question, because I think it's just it's from Dalai Lama, but it's like we have this illusion that we have to be happy. Happiness is our goal, but actually life is not about happiness. I mean, life is about all the different colors of life. But we have this idea that we're constantly going to be happy, and if we're not, then there's something wrong. So now, of course, people should be happy, but it's.
But it's okay to also be unhappy sometimes, of course.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Husk, at du stadig kan nå at fange Cost of Death Unknown i biografen. Den vises den 26. marts kl. 19 i Palads, og du kan bestille billetter og se resten af festivalens program på cbhdocs.dk, og du kan naturligvis også finde flere udsendelser og artikler om DOX inde på Moovy.dk.